He's one of those guys that's been rooting for me since the beginning. As a team, we're all so close, but you have those guys that you kind of look out for sometimes. Maybe you need somebody like that, and I feel like that's probably Isaiah for me. He seems to look out for me when we get in the game together. He seems to always try to get me going a little bit, and that's something I really appreciate from him. And he's a great teammate in that sense. He does it not just for me, but for a lot of guys.
Why do you think he does this for you? Why are you the guy that he seems to want to help?
I feel like he probably does that for me because he's been waiting for me to get an opportunity to prove I can play on the court, and I think he's been someone that's been rooting for me and believed in me the entire process. So whenever we do get an opportunity to play together, he wants me to play well. He wants me to excel. I know that about him. So that's just the kind of person he is, though. On and off the court, he's just a giving guy. And he's always looking out for you. He's a great friend to have, someone you really want in your corner. So that's something I really appreciate out of him.
Al said it was all about energy. Talk about the energy that you guys.
I feel like our energy level was really high. I looked up, I think it was about 12 minutes in the first half, and they only had 4 points on the board, and I feel like that was all to do with defense, turning defense into offense and really flying up and down the court. Defensive pressure on the ball, off the ball, and just staying sharp and focused, keeping that energy high for that span of time. That's really hard on a team when you do that to them. That's a great team. We've watched film on them and seen who they've played, and they play high-level games. And to be able to do that against a team like that shows that we have the potential to do that on the biggest stage. So that's something we'll continue to work on with the energy. Just try to keep that high, and again, that starts in practice. So.
How much of that, Mychal, is your pride being wounded by giving up 97 points to UCLA? How much of it was a guy like Peters on the other team that people are really talking about?
He's a great player in himself. Watching film on him and just watching the shots that he made tonight, I feel like we did a really good job guarding him. Our schemes seemed to work, and our individual players played good defense when they had the opportunity to guard him. But he gets his shot off, he gets his shots up, and he's a great player. It was great to watch. But I feel like the energy level that we had going into UCLA was probably something that was a deciding factor. We let them control the momentum and them bring the energy. And when we're in our house at Rupp, we got to bring the momentum, we got to bring the energy ourselves. So as long as we provide that, we're a pretty difficult team to beat. So just playing intense defense on the ball, off the ball, rebounding the ball with aggression, just fight, man. That's some of the younger guys, they understand, and you can see in the game before in our UCLA game that we didn't really bring that same type of energy that night, and so that's something that we're trying to move forward from.
Mychal, you had 7 rebounds in 16 minutes. That's a ton of rebounds for a forward and you're a guard.
Right. I was just trying to crash the boards. You get an opportunity to play, and you just want to make the most of it. Every game, I feel like there's things I could have done better in the game. I could have probably shot better, made better offensive plays, but when it comes to rebounding, I think that's something that's all fight. That's all the desire to go get that basketball. So I just wanted to prove the fact that I felt like I really wanted to show I wanted to continue to get opportunities to